what about heaven and hell?
So do you think people are just going to literally disappear during the rapture?
With everything we're seeing on the news, don't you think Jesus is coming back soon?
Are you pre, post, or amillennial?
Should people with opposing views about the rapture go to the same church?
Isn't it just a bunch of symbolism?
What is the New World Order?
How could anyone say Jesus is the only way to heaven?
How could a loving God condemn anyone to hell?
I'm 32 years old. Do I really need to be concerned about the way the world's gonna end?
Isn't the book of Revelation just about the order of end-time events?
Do you think the credit card system is the mark of the beast?
Will the 1,000-year reign of Christ really be 1,000 years?
Does any of this stuff really matter?
What if we're asking all the wrong questions? What if amidst all our focus on details about the future, we're in danger of missing the point in the present? Heaven, hell, the end of the world, these are topics that evoke all kinds of debate and discussion. We've got charts and graphs based on prophecies and visions. Some people think certain issues are clear, other people are just plain confused. But there are truths here that God has given to us to bank our life, our death, and our eternity on that we cannot afford to miss. During this secret church, my prayer is that as we gather together with tens of thousands of people from around the world, and as we swim in the sea of all of our questions about the end of the world, that we will land on answers that drastically change the way we live in the world. I hope you'll join us.
Imagine this, your home when you hear a truck pull up. Doors open, boots hit the ground and run to your house. A rifle smashes open the door and soldiers storm in. You see your daughter violated and your son taken to be a slave. A soldier points his rifle at you and pulls the trigger. This is the way it is along the border of South Sudan and its powerful neighbor to the north, the Islamic Republic of Sudan. The conflict began centuries ago as recorded in Genesis 16. The angel of the Lord said to Sarai, "You are now with child, and you will have a son. You shall name him Ishmael. He will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. And he will live in hostility towards all his brothers." Jump forward several thousand years to the time of Jesus and see how Christianity spread from Israel along the Mediterranean and then south along the Nile to Egypt and Sudan. These early missionaries are of the family of Abraham. Islam was started in Saudi Arabia by Abu al-Qasim Muhammad, called the Prophet Muhammad by observant Muslims. Arab tradition holds that these are the sons of Ishmael. Islam spread along the coast and then followed Christianity south along the Nile to Sudan. The great Nile River swamps of central Sudan formed a barrier the armies of Islam could not cross, but individual Christian missionaries could. And so the northern part of Sudan became Muslim and is primarily Arab. The southern part of the country that we now know as South Sudan is predominantly black, animistic, and only a small percentage Christian. A civil war broke out in 1955 when the Muslim North refused to grant basic rights to the people of the South. More than 2 million people have died, making it one of the deadliest conflicts since World War II. The war has lasted for 42 of the last 56 years, and the fighting continues today. The International Criminal Court recently issued an arrest warrant for the president of Sudan, Omar al-Bashir, on charges of crimes against humanity and genocide. However, the warrant can't be served because he won't leave Sudan. And so the slaughter continues. Homes are burned, adults killed, and children taken into slavery. The people of South Sudan are asking for help. They're desperate for hope.